Today we're making a hibachi steak bowl. I'm already cooking some rice and here are the ingredients. You need some carrot, you need some zucchini, you need a couple mushrooms, some ginger, some garlic. I usually chop up a green onion just because it's pretty to throw on top. Then you need about 5 ounces of steak. This is a top sirloin. And in terms of sauces and other things, you should really have a yum yum sauce. That Target has it, other stores have it too. I wouldn't try to make this myself. It's not that easy to make, and the one out of a jar is okay. So this is for serving. For the cooking process, you need some mirin to marinate the meat. You need some toasted sesame oil, white pepper, and this is a teriyaki sauce. Of course, use store-bought. I just made this the other day because I was out and my wife wanted something with teriyaki sauce. It's easy to make if you want to look that up, but yeah, use a store-bought one, that's fine. Okay, let's quickly start. The most important part is marinating the meat. Let me get the vegetables out of the way for now. First, we cut the meat into fairly thick strips because you don't want this too thin, otherwise then it fully cooks it. It's just horrible. So I'm going to go for probably around 1/2 inch chunks almost, because this is a nice steak. So I still want that to be medium. If you fully cook your steaks, well, go ahead, cook it, but it's a shame. All right, there we go. There's my meat. This one's maybe a little bit too long. For the marinade, we need garlic. Let me move the meat out of the way. And we need some ginger. You can mince the ginger really fine. What I like to do is I like to push this through my garlic press. But of course, you need a garlic press that is really sturdy. So the only one I ever found that's able to do this is this one from Kuhn Rincon. I'm not endorsed by them, but this is the best garlic press I ever had. Because as you can see, it is easy to push sliced ginger through it. You need about 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. There we go. And about another tablespoon of mirin. Quickly stir this up. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. We don't have that much meat, so a good pinch is good enough. Just as much as you would use if you seasoned it as a little steak. Now let's throw the meat in here. Make sure everything's coated. Now set this aside for about 1/2 hour. In the meantime, we can prep our vegetables. I'm only using 1 mushroom because that's all I had in the house. Of course, use more mushrooms if you want more mushrooms. Cut the zucchini lengthwise and turn it into about 1/4 inch slices that are like half moons. That's the prep for the zucchini. For the carrot, you could do the same thing. It's safer to cut that way because then the carrot doesn't roll. I want to have like thin slices, so I'm cutting these on a bias. And I make them thin so that they cook evenly. Good enough. This piece I'm going to eat. And that's already your vegetable prep. Quickly chop the green onion. There's your prep work. And in about 1/2 hour, once the meat is marinated, we're going to cook this. Okay, it's time to cook our hibachi steak bowl. First, we're going to cook the vegetables. So use a little bit of oil or a little bit of butter. And all you do is toss your vegetables in. Add a pinch of salt. And just saute them until they have the doneness that you like. I always like them still a little bit crunchy. Particularly the zucchini. That's one of these like nondescript vegetables. They always turn mushy really quick. I'm going to season this with a little bit of white pepper. Okay, this is I think as much as I want to cook these. So I'm just going to pull them out onto a plate. Since there's quite a lot of oil already in the marinade for the meat, we don't need to add extra oil. We just dump in the meat. There we go. You cook the steak to whichever doneness you like. I would suggest you do like a medium, because that doesn't ruin the steak and you still have a nice juicy steak. Once things start getting dark, turn the heat down because there's a lot of sugar in that marinade. I just add a little dash of soy sauce to take some of the heat out of the pan. Yeah, that's better. Now I'm just adding some teriyaki sauce. And this is it, heat off. The meat is cooked, so I extract that also onto the plate. And then I'm going to add a swig of water to turn this into kind of a sauce. Nice. All right, let's start with some rice. I spoon over some of that sauce. Now add the meat. Of course, the vegetables. Sprinkle of green onions on it. And there's dinner or lunch. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I'll see you next time.